You do that 5 minutes, so I need to keep it short. Actually, if you look at Saturno, honestly, that would be an advice from me, with my experience to you. Stop thinking in numbers. Just enjoy your journey. It doesn't matter if you have a six-pack with 16 or with 20 or with 30, or if you will never have a six-pack. It doesn't matter. If you have a goal like, I want to be king of calisthenics, okay, that's different, right? Mm-hmm. Then you go out and then you kick your ass, right? Even if you're not in the mood. Then it's about discipline.
Yes.
But not everyone has that big aim of, being world champion in calisthenics or being the number one. And if you don't have that desire, you can live your life without, setting yourself these stressful goals, because it gives you a wrong signal, right?
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah.
I can say that you're right, because, for example, this is also a big difference, not a big difference, because we have a little bit of each other, let's say, about this goal. But, for example, my main goal is not to become the world champion in calisthenics, and this is more a Mirand thing, Yeah. And about me, the thing that I want is to actually push on social media and stuff, just for actually, you said that you're a life coach and you're actually helping people, no? And at this moment you have X follower on social media, depends on when people are gonna listen to this. And you are still helping someone, but try to imagine on a bigger scale, of course, always keeping quality and stuff. So my goal is to actually reach more people as possible, because I noticed that the biggest person in calisthenics are not really focusing on helping people. And I would love to use this superpower, let's say, of being known from people, have a lot of visibility, to actually help people that went through our journey, that are where we were maybe 2 years ago, and makes things not easier, because you always need to put the work and discipline, but actually to solve some things that actually waste their time or maybe risk them an injury, because that's like my biggest tip. If I should give a tip, the goal should be not get injured. Because maybe it takes 1 month more, but with an injury you can actually risk your entire career, and you never know, and you're gonna be a lot of problem in your mind. That also made me quit. Also, if this is the only thing in my life, so don't face it. The injury are really dangerous for your mind.
Absolutely agree.
For me, as you said, this is for me an obsession. Like also Khalil said, I really want to see. I say to Khalil, if one day, if I will reach my goal to be the strongest ever, to be recognized as the strongest one, will actually bring me joy. Because I realize that this thing pushes me every day. Mm-hmm. Even if I don't want to, this thing pushes me, as you said, push me every day to do it. But I also realize that this thing make me drive crazy, Sometimes I really think I should quit because I can be. Sometimes I think I should just do this thing. Mm-hmm. This thing sometimes drives me crazy. But as soon as I realize it, I try to figure out what I can actually do right now, and if I can keep going like this. Mm-hmm. And most of the time I try to imagine that this thing helped me just through my journey.
Look, there is no contradiction in what you say, because it's, a meaningful life needs a purpose. If you don't have a purpose in life, your life is meaningless. I tell you. You catch yourself sitting 6 hours every evening in front of the TV and watching Netflix. That's all your life, right? If you don't have a purpose. And you see, everything is allowed, right? Your purpose is to be the strongest calisthenics guy in the world, right? And your goal is to reach as many as possible people, to teach them, to help them, to support them. You have a purpose and you have a purpose, right? So the important thing is to have that purpose and to enjoy the journey. Even if you don't reach that, it's very important, even if you don't reach that goal. Let's assume you will not be the strongest calisthenics guy in the world, but let's say maybe of Switzerland, right? Mm-hmm. You have not reached that goal to be the strongest guy in the world, but you enjoy the journey. It shows you the direction, right? It's not that maybe your dreams are not supposed to be fulfilled. Mm-hmm. Maybe your dreams have just that one purpose to give you direction. Yes. I want to be strong. I want to be strong. I want to be the strongest guy. So you know your direction. You work every day very hard for that. And that gives you purpose. And that gives you direction. The same for you. You want to reach people. You try to increase the number of followers. You do videos, you do, podcasts, things like that. And it gives you purpose and direction. So it's all good, right? And that's why I said not everyone want to become a world champion. And if you are fine not doing calisthenics or not doing sports at all, and you are rather in art or in I don't know what, you are a musician, go for it, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's really deep, and I think it's true. That's having a purpose of life that actually pushing yourself to do something, to enjoy your life. So,
Yeah.
I can notice that during this argument that was pretty tough and meaningful, we both took this position to be a little bit close because we feel a little bit attached. You really attacked our emotions, but not directly, But we feel actually that you're talking deep to us, and that actually I noticed that our posture changes is also another topic that one day we will talk about because I know that you can actually share our thoughts about this, and that's what I changed. I went like this, but it's for convincing myself.
Yeah.
So let's go to an easier question to release a little bit of tension. If you have plan in the moment for your near future and the longest term future, let's say. So share it with us, maybe, if you can, of course.
Yes.
If you're not working for NASA,
Yes.
and you're a secret CIA agent, we don't know. So.
Yeah, as I said, I'm currently in a transition phase, quitting my old job and building that life coach business. I already started to give breathwork workshops, and that's quite similar. I was my whole life I was very competitive. I was really competitive. Also, when I started calisthenics, I have to admit, I only started with 47, when I was that overweight guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, now I'm much better in shape 5 years later. And it was very hard, to kick myself and kick my ass and get up, and show up even in the winter times. And when it's raining, it's not that easy. And I was always very competitive. And that also, of course, unfortunately led to exactly what you said, to many injuries.
Yeah.
In my age, you don't have the flexibility, and your tissue is not as good as yours. So I had many injuries because I just kicked myself too hard. I have to admit that, and that changed my angle a little bit. And now, when it comes to purpose in life, and what I'm doing right now is really, I see so much anxiety out there, especially also with young guys. Young guys which suffer from anxiety, which are alone, which are depressed, even young people, not only the guys in my age, also young people, and I want to help. I really want to help because someone needs to do something about it. Many people feel alone. They especially after 3 years of COVID, most people have really severe problems, mental problems, emotional problems, and I would like to help. That's actually my purpose.
That's and nice. You will. We are sure that you will actually do it. You are also helping us with each of your words.
One thing I want to say to the people that are listening or watching the video: people underestimate the people around us. Like I saw, Steven trained with us in this park, and we're not just me, Khalil, and Steven. We're a lot of people out there. Mm-hmm. But me and Khalil, because I saw it deeply, we always, not because you are not here, but we always say, look at Steven. Mm-hmm. He's doing that, and that. Look, Steven does that. We always talk about you in a different way, because, look, I saw Steven training in the park alone in that time. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. And for me and Khalil, it was not like he's older. Totally, me and Khalil respect him also as older than us and have this kind of respect. But also the fact that we can actually talk with him, he can teach stuff and whatever. For me, is one of the biggest things that I could have ever done, I have some people around me that can help me and push me forward more than other guy or other people. People really underestimate the people around them. And I didn't saw this thing from the other guy, let's say. Mm-hmm. They will just be, okay, Steven, it's cool.
Training.
It's
nice.
the training and it's cool, okay, but it's not just that, you can go much deeper.
Why is actually doing, that's,
Look, I tell you the truth, both of you. You kind of rescued me, I have to say that. Because when I started that calisthenics training, I was in a burnout. I had a very tough managerial job. I was in a burnout. And I went there to get my dopamine, I have to say that. And the sport was the only kind of relief for me, to get myself going, right? And I went there every day, if you remember. And then, one day you came to me and you said, you know what? We respect you because you show up every day. And do you want to join us? Mm-hmm. And for me, I get goosebumps even now. For me, that was like a gift, right? You could be my sons. I say that again, and you helped me actually, to get my shit together. right? So it goes in both directions. And the lessons I've learned is that we as men or as boys or as guys, we were trained or we were taught not to ask for help. Don't cry, don't ask for help. If you ask for help, you are weak. It's a sign of weakness. And that's total bullshit. It's total bullshit. If you ask for help, you will be surprised how many people will be ready to help you. You totally underestimate it. No one will laugh. Everyone will help you. If you behave like, if it's a giving and a taking, then everyone will help you. And that was one of my biggest lessons for the last 5 years. And I really need to thank you.
Thank you so much.
This make me really happy.
That was a topic that I also had in my mind in the last days. That in life, for have what you want, you actually need to have your voice and to actually make it heard to people. That is, you need this when you actually need help. You need this when you actually have a goal. You have to be loud. You don't have to say things just to yourself. You have to be loud. You have to be being able to actually understand your potential and to share it with others. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm superior than others. Blah blah blah. No, that's not. But as you said, you need to admit your position, to understand what you need to do, and to actually. You need also to communicate with people, because we are not people that are made to stay alone.
Yeah.
Because we're a social animal. Human, it's a social animal, and you need a little bit of group. Of course, you can decide the kind of people that will surround you, but anyways, you actually need this. At least for me, to be truly happy. If you are alone, what are you gonna do?
The point is, we very often we assume that people around us, they will of course know what my needs are. And they don't. It's the same as when we train together. It's the same in the relationship. It's the same in the job. We always expect others to know what my needs are, but they don't know, and very often, unfortunately, they don't give a shit. So if I don't articulate my needs, if I don't tell you about my needs, if I don't say I need support here, then we will just pass each other like that. And so communication is key. I agree. Yes.
So, guys, really, I want to thank in the first place again Steven for being here, because he gave us the most important value that we have, so his time, because time is the most important value, at least for us, because it's more valuable than gold. And so we want to thank you a lot again. I hope to see you another day in this podcast.
Yeah, maybe in another episode from now. Another special episode, I think.
And maybe we're going to talk about something more specific. We can talk about brief work, about whatever people want to know, so we can actually help people and to actually show your potential. Because today we shared your story and we share some, of course, tips and your thoughts. And also ours.
We leave all the information down below, so you can go and check it. And this is everything for the episode number 15, XXL edition and special edition for the first guest. See you maybe in the next episode.